is I think a lot of coaches are, especially new coaches, are saying, my credibility begins with the length of time that I've been doing coaching. So what it means is that most coaches, when they're starting out, are dismissing all of these years, this entire lifetime that they have had before becoming a coach. And so they're dismissing all of the experiences that they have. They're dismissing what they've done in relationships, where they've come from, what wisdom they've gained along the way. They're dismissing the success and failure that they have had in every portion of their life. And they're also dismissing the skills, the training, all of the things that they have acquired in all of these years that have made them to who they are. Coaching people for X amount of years isn't so much a credibility builder in and of itself. What's really going to make you credible is all of the years that you have been doing life. It's going to be your story. It's going to be your life experiences. It's going to be the message that you take out of it. It's also in how you leverage that. It's also going to be the skills that you've built. It's going to be the experiences that you've had in the workplace and all of these things. See, all of this stuff is what we want to focus on as we start out as a coach, not how long I've been a coach. What we want to talk about is, and this is the way that, and let's say that it was just a skill. Let's say that I have been really good at managing people in some kind of way. Maybe I've been working in human resources, and now I'm going to be helping people transition in their career. Now, let's say that you started last week and you got certified last week, and now you're going to be a career coach, or you're going to be a career transition coach, something like that. Now, the coaching and that certification's not, and how long you've been doing it is not what you're going to be leveraging for your credibility. What you're going to say is, I worked for 10 years in human resources, and I am an expert in human personal development and career development. I know what makes a good employee. I know what kinds of skills and abilities that people need. You see, these are the kinds of things that we draw off of. We're drawing off of wisdom. We're drawing off of skills that we've acquired. We're drawing off of that history. And it's what really makes us people that your potential clients want to work with. They're not really interested in how long you've been coaching. They want to know, can you help me solve my problem? Can I trust you? Do I like you? And can you help me solve my particular problem? And so those are the things that we really leverage. And so can you, after you get some years under your belt as a coach, or a year or months or X number of clients, start leveraging some of those things? Well, I think that you would. But there's no discounting the success that you have had in all of these other realms with other people and in your life. And see, these are the things that really connect us, because still at the end of the day, even if I said I have been coaching people in career transition for 5 years, well, that doesn't mean anything to anybody. And so I'm going to leverage these other sources. Some of these skills are really transferable, but absolutely the totality of your life, whatever you want to use, is going to be something that you bring into play to build your credibility. And this is the thing that you're going to sell people on. And see, let's say that somebody asks a specific question. Well, how long have you been coaching people? Now, here's how you would do it. How long have you been coaching people? How long have you been doing this? Well, I've actually been utilizing these skills for the last 10 years in human resources. I've been doing, and I share specifically this, and so what I've chosen to do is to draw off of this experience and tailor make it to individuals to help them get to the next level, or to help them on their next step of their career journey. See, I leverage that into, so if I'm asked a specific question, the question is not about how long I've been doing coaching. The question is, can I trust you? Do I like you? Can you help me solve my problem? That is the real question that's behind there. And so this is how we've got to leverage those things strategically. There's no shame if somebody was like, "Hey, how long have you been doing this for? How long did?" That's not really the question. I can say that I'm a new business. I can say that I decided to launch my own business and and do this for individuals and do this for myself rather than doing it for the company. I've decided to branch out and do my own thing. I've decided to take these skills and trailblaze. See, these are things that actually build your credibility, because someone who's just working for someone and someone who is trailblazing and they're starting their own thing, there's a high level of respect that people have for people who venture out and do their own thing, who are taking those kinds of steps, you know. And so the other thing too is you can also leverage testimonials from people who have worked with you in the past. They can speak to your character, they can speak to what you've done, they can speak to how they've seen you help people. And these are testimonials that you can use to build, that are not necessarily coaching testimonials. Like, this is not a testimonial from a coaching client, but these are people who can vouch for what I have done and that skill and that experience and everything. So being able to even grab those and craft your branding and your marketing and all of that around that, that's something that I would highly recommend doing. So hopefully that's helpful. You know, I know that all of you are up against that feeling of just getting started and that lack of momentum, and you almost feel a little bit when you're out there meeting people, it almost makes you feel vulnerable, because you're like, I don't have anything except for the clothes that I'm wearing in this business card, and I feel kind of like unshielded or whatever. Well, you're not, because everything that you've done up in your life up to now has all been credibility builders, and it's all been skill driven, and it's all of these things that you just need to learn to leverage. It's the exact same thing as if you put a resume together for a particular job. What are you going to do is you're going to draw from all of the things that you've done in the past to show how you have built a reputation, you've built the skills, and or you're showing that you can acquire the new skills to be able to do something. You know, when you're putting a resume together, you're putting the best of what you've done over all of these years. And you know what? You don't make the same resume for every job. You make a specific resume and a specific cover letter for the company that you're wanting, if you're doing it well, for the company that you're wanting to work for and for the position that you're after. See, it's the exact same way that you're thinking of this is the exact same way that you're creating a marketing message. And it's the totality of everything. So use those things. They're very transferable. You're extraordinarily marketable. And don't get hung up on how long you've been doing this thing, because it really doesn't, because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter to anybody else. So hopefully that's helpful.